Hey guys, Dave, NortheastEdible. We're planting some elderberries today. Got a couple plants here. Got some comfrey. We're going to add to the hole as well. We'll cut these up into chunks. But today, main focus is elderberry. We've got 3 small plants here. We're going to put in this hole. These are 2-year-olds, probably about 2 to 3 feet tall. What we're going to do is make sure the roots are spread out. We don't want any roots coming back up towards the top of the surface of the soil. We want to point it down, and we want kind of the crown at the surface. So we already pre-dug the hole. Let's go ahead and start planting. So you can notice I'm going to plant these 3 in this hole. These are all Adams elderberries, but this hole is plenty big for all these plants here. You know what? Let's backfill some of this dirt. So what I did, I just dug the hole. Grass on the top layer. We're going to backfill, throw that upside down, so grass down towards the bottom of the hole. What that'll do, the grass will decompose. It'll just turn into soil, basically. So we're good like that. If you look close, sorry, we're not zooming in here, but earthworms in the soil. So this is great soil for planting. So we backfilled a little bit. We're going to get this first elderberry here. Again, we want the crown and the roots pretty close to the surface so that these top roots are kind of flanging out from the top, okay? And then from there, just point them straight down and backfill in. It's simple as that. Most we can do to get these guys spread out, the better. All right, so that one's pretty much in place. We'll do the same thing here. Spread out the roots, point them straight down, and we're good to go there. Hold it in place, backfill it, and notice I'm basically just putting all the soil that came out of this hole back into the hole. That's pretty much your best bet. You can add a little compost, you can add a little manure, that's fine. This is really fertile soil, so we're good with just backfilling with the soil that came right out of the hole. Smallest one here we'll put right here on the edge, in the back here, and we'll do the same thing. Get those roots spread out again right at the surface, right at the top here. Backfill in. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, it's late fall here in the Northeast. It's basically, you can plant anytime. Trees are dormant and the ground's not frozen. So we've got a pretty warm fall so far. It's starting to get a little bit colder. But we're planting into this ground. Everything you can see, pretty much everything's dormant around here. So as long as the grass isn't frozen, or the ground isn't frozen, you're good to go. So backfilled nicely. Oh, forgot about the comfrey here. So comfrey, big chunks of this guy I dug up. I try to put a little comfrey around all my plantings. I'm gonna cut these guys up. Really no rhyme or reason. I'm gonna give them about 1 inch in either direction, and these are dormant as well, so these guys will sprout up right from just the root cuttings. And I'm going to place these guys just below the surface. And the trick about fall or winter planting, guys, is we don't need to water this in heavily. Sorry, the rooster's crowing like crazy. We don't need to water these in too heavily. If we do, you have a chance where you're going to get some freezing of either your roots or your comfrey, your plant roots or your comfrey root, and we don't want that. So if the roots freeze, basically they expand and contract when the freeze and thaw, and it's not good for the plant. So we're just going to throw a little bit of water in here. All right, I think I got all the comfrey spread out. So we're just going to pour a little bit of water. Here's some more plants we're planting a little bit later. A little bit of water, not a ton. We're going to rely on some rain that's in the forecast to water these guys in. I'll pat in the soil, compact it down, make sure there's no air pockets. We'll straighten these guys out, and I think we're good to go. So we got some comfrey, we got some elderberries planted. It's late fall, almost Christmas time. These guys are in the ground, and these guys will probably be throwing up berries next year, again, 2 to 3 year old plants here. These are probably 2-year-old plants, and they should have good amount of berries next year. So check us out if you like videos like this. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and subscribe to the email list on the website, NortheastEdible.com. You guys have a great day, and if you have some room in your backyard or on your homestead, elderberries are a great thing to throw in there, and fruit trees, you name it, anything edible. Make your yard productive. Have a great day, guys. Take care.